Alright, update on the LTD finally. Try to show you guys as much of the detail stuff like I like to see other people show me. That what it takes to mount all this stuff in a box body. I think I showed last time, but there's the little, you can see it. There's the little pedestal style motor mounts, just like a 1x1 with a, I don't know what that is, a 3/16 or 1/4 inch thick plate. Bolts in there, that's about how tall it is. That's sitting like a 1/4 of an inch from the current steering rack. Anyway, truck manifolds flipped. This one's flipped upside down. So is this one. I was trying to move them downward, but the AC and the alternator amount I wanted was in the way. I like how it looks better this way. Bent the water neck over to fit the throttle right there. But got my front end finished up, I think. There's my new frame rail. It goes down at a pretty steep angle and goes up underneath the radiator and stuff. And try to get under here where you can see it. So that's my new frame rail. You can see it's got a bar to tie them both together. That's the little saddles I made for the radiator and intercooler and fans. Here's my booger welds. That's a 2 1/4 aluminum piping. There's like some kind of, import car piping kit a friend at work had. I bought, and I made a dual 2 1/4 into a single 3-inch there. It's all aluminum, but it goes down underneath all this stuff. There's no crank in the car, that's why there's no crank pulley. I made these braces tonight to go down and brace the front end. It was actually super stout without them, but I thought it'd be better to have a little bit more there. I made this crossbar, which I plan on mounting maybe my bumper off of. And then I got a bar in the middle that actually slides over another bar that's a smaller diameter, so I'm going to put a drill and put a pin through here. And that's the support for my factory upper radiator support, because I did not want hood pins on this car like I have with the Maverick. Dead giveaway. So I'm going to try to do all my fuel lines and fittings and hoses while I got it together like this. I ended up doing braided stainless -4 for the turbos, which goes down. There's a plate down there. I'll show you on this is the actual motor that's going in the car. There's a plate here. All the oil in your oiling system comes out of your oil pump through the block, I guess, up into here, right? I guess it comes through here, up through here. Every bit of the oil that supplies the motor comes out this hole and back in this hole, and then it goes to your mains and cam bearings and all that. So I bought a plate for that thing that had 2 holes in it, because I thought, oh yeah, it's both of them are pressure and I'll feed both turbos off of it. Well, I started looking into how the system works, and that's not how it works. It's got a, on factory, this goes out to the oil cooler back into here on a truck. So the first thing I got had 2 1/8-inch pipe thread fittings. Well, that won't work unless you loop it back in, like run a cooler or something. So the one I got now on the car has a little cavity in there, so it allows it to still do what it's supposed to do, but it has a 1/4 inch pipe thread deal. You can see it. I had this like Harbor Freight air fitting T deal that splits it out 3 ways, so I'm feeding both turbos. I'm probably going to feed my oil pressure gauge there unless I feed it off the top of the block. This is the motor. It's all assembled. China head studs, copper head or GM LS1 LS6 head gaskets, ported 317 heads, 6.0 heads, Gen 4 4.8, ZR1 LS9 camshaft, pack, was it 12/18 springs? All the sloppy mechanics, I follow him like crazy. So, and I was going to run 80-pound injectors, but watching the sloppy mechanics page, not page, but YouTube, he is started decapping these stock injectors, and they're supposed to flow like 75-pound injectors then. So I just decapped my stock injectors, stock truck injectors, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I'll show you guys actually. You don't Haven't seen what he's done with them. I'll just say. So this is a decapped stock injector. The pintle is showing right there. One thing I noticed, if you grind these, the little sheet metal cap comes off, but there's actually a sheet metal ring around there too. And if you don't watch it, that ring will stay on there. Here's a stock one. They got two little tiny, well that one's a 4-holer, but two little tiny holes, so that like doubles the fuel flow on the things according to Sloppy Mechanic page. But anyway, I went from a power to a manual master cylinder, made my little adapter bracket there. I got a lot of little stuff. Gotta get my shifter, probably beat on my transmission tone to fit my shifter, my lines. But all the hot stop piping's done. This is 2 1/4. Oh great, that's 2 1/4 pipe right here. And I'm gonna go probably 3" over the tire out the back, but I don't have the flanges yet. I'm trying to find those flanges. It's got a V-band flange. It's a weird size, but it's 2 1/4 hot side. They say that helps it spool quicker to have a smaller hot side. So 2 1/4, and it's gonna have 3" going out. Same thing here, 2 1/4 coming out of the turbos into the intercooler. Goes across here, comes out the bottom with a 3". That cool coupler a guy at work had also. And it comes up 3" to here. I haven't mounted my blow-off valve yet. I've got a 50mm eBay blow-off valve here. But the flange for it, which is in the bag over there, it's aluminum, so I'm going to try to get a 3" aluminum pipe. I don't have one for some reason here. But these bars up here in the front go up and just sit underneath that metal brace to hold the front end up, help support the front end and everything. But this is a 4" to 3" reducer. That's a 90. Trying to think of anything else. I MIG welded that aluminum with a Pro Spot aluminum MIG welder at work. But trying to think of any other tips I can tell you guys that would help. There's I think three different spacings on these cranks. There's a truck, and I think the late model Camaros is like a truck too. And then there's like the Camaro spacing also, where it spaces all the way back. I didn't want to buy a new water pump and all that junk. Because if you buy a car pump, water pump, this outlet's like down here. So, sorry the video's so dark. Those are 38mm Chinese eBay wastegates I put in there. I haven't done my oil returns yet. I'm working on that. I got to drill out my pan on both sides and feed all that. But have any questions, just put it in the comments. I try to check that stuff every month or so. Try to answer questions on it, but on that. But got me some cheap rear control arms I may not even use. I don't know yet. I'm still figuring that out if I'm going to go just keep the stock ones, because I'm really not trying to be the fastest guy, you know. I'm just trying to have fun with it. So anyway, there's an update.